It was Christmas Day, not so long ago, and we were exchanging gifts, which included a few toys for the children. And these toys were all labeled with an age range, for ages 4 and up, for ages 9 and up, like that. And we wondered how these standards were set and who had set them. Was it the elves at the North Pole? Or was there an expert panel out there, the Appropriate Age Level for Children's Toys Regulation Committee, the AALCTRC? Of the two, we thought the AALCTRC the more probable. Were they deliberating every day, considering each and every toy? And how did they decide the exact age range? Was there ever debate and disagreement? One person on the panel would say, clearly this toy is suitable for ages 3 and up. And another of the panelists would say, I disagree. This toy is suitable for the ages 5 and up. A discussion would follow, and it might get heated, and they would vote, and if they could establish an age by a majority ballot, fine. If not, perhaps they compromise, 4 and up. No one is happy, but it's the best they can do. We thought this expert panel, the AALCTRC, would be made up of former youngsters, people still intimately familiar with the capabilities of children. Even so, it would be a tough job because children vary quite a bit. You have some 2-year-olds who are precocious. They can talk, they're toilet trained, they can ride a bike, and there are some 7-year-olds who are lagging behind. They still suck their thumbs, they can't read, they wet the bed. So we thought that the panel, the AALCTRC, would be of a suggestive nature. They would not be applying legally enforceable standards. Like with the tags on mattresses, if you remove them, the FBI can kick in your door, fine you $250,000, and throw you in jail for 4 years. With toys, if you have a 3-year-old playing with a toy that was recommended for ages 6 and up, well, you were warned. When these people on the AALCTRC grow up, they're replaced by a new group of youngsters who will decide the age range of toys, and they, in turn, will replace the people on the panel which determines the ratings for movies, G, PG, PG-13, R, and so on, the official movie rating sanctioning body, the OMRSB. You may have noticed that these ratings have not been as stringent as they were in the past. There's a reason for this. It is due, we feel, to 2 main factors. One is the constant infusion of new blood, the former toy judges. They tend to be more permissive than the older people they are replacing. Some people blame this on what they call the pervasive and pernicious influence of video games. The second factor is the older people still on the movie rating panel, the OMRSB. They have been doing this for years, putting their stamp and age range on these movies for 30 or 40 years. When they started out, fresh from working on toys, they took their job of rating movies very seriously. It seemed like a big step up, and they studied each film, listening for curses or slang, looking for the slightest hint of a nipple, and registering every bit of violence, menace, or blood. The ratings back then were so harsh they were nearly puritanical. But now these people come in. Remember, they've been at this for 40 years. They're older than Siskel and Ebert, and they're dead, I think. And they've seen it all. They can't help but be jaded. All the shit, piss, fuck, the murders, bodies being torn apart, bullets, bombs, nudity, sex. It's all a part of life. Growing up, you have to deal with it. You can't hide it away. And there are so many movies, they can't watch every one, and if they try, they fall asleep in them. They nod off, and when they wake up, they're not going to admit they fell asleep. That's too embarrassing. So they go, okay, PG, whatever, who cares? Next. And so the ratings change, and you wind up with a kid who is judged to be too young to play with a certain toy, but it's okay for them to watch just about any movie they want. Now you know why. Although some people will blame it on the pervasive and pernicious influence of video games.